Dun 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 dun.
Hey guys, I'm Arthur Wu. It's cold and almost rainy, and this is the Tactical Katana Machete by Cold Steel. You ever have those days when you just kind of wake up, it's New Year's Day and it's cloudy as fuck, and it's like gloomy, and you just want to man, go back to bed and just sleep? Well, that's one of these days, but I had to walk my dog, and I felt like, making a video finally about the Tactical Katana Machete. Yeah, this thing's pretty cool. It's very, very, very light, very freaking light. And it comes with this sheath right here. Fits on your back real nicely. And yeah, so it's 1055 carbon steel. It's got a really cool bevel on here, like all the machetes do. I'm not sure if it's desirable for a sword or anything to have a bevel this steep, like, it's like 3 degrees or something, I don't know. But yeah, it's 24 inches long, and the handle is polypropylene. Some people have told me, well, not told me, they've told the internet that, it's uncomfortable for their hands, but I find it to be okay. The handle isn't too thick. Me with my 5'2", size 8 or 7 hands, I can hold it pretty nicely. I can control it, etc. But yeah, so point of balance about 3 inches from the guard, or 4 inches, 3.5 inches, something like that. So yeah, this thing, it comes really freaking sharp, but you can sharpen a little bit like I did, and you see that? Yeah, so it cuts pretty deep into wood. I feel bad for this nicely shaped log. I don't want to tear it up too much, so let's go over there and just see what it's like, alright? Blue moon, you saw me standing alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Blue moon, blue moon. Yep, destroying insect habitats on the daily. Okay, sorry, Mr. Centipede. Let's see what this can do. I should probably do a video on the Cold Steel Chinese war sword machete, because of the weight of that sword, it's probably a better cutter than this, but blade is still okay. My eyes. Okay. Want to be careful not to break this blade by breaking it off the wrong way. Get back on there. Cuts deep into that wood. Especially if you swing one hand for some reason. Two hand works too. It's good that it's 1055 carbon steel. And it's good that it's tempered to be so springy and bendy. If it wasn't bendy, man, you could break it easily if it got caught in that wood. See if I can cut the sapling off of this thing, whatever this is. Not sapling, little branch. Get a better angle right here. Really have to sharpen this afterwards. Wrong one. Well, broke it. But this thing's a beast though. It's light and it can cut. And it's pretty durable. You can see the edge, so pretty much the same. Still pretty sharp. We'll have to wipe it down, of course, but yeah. New Year's resolutions, get under 15% body fat. Using it one-handed, handle ain't too great because it's too thick for one hand. But hey, it's pretty light. Anybody who doesn't lift can wield this. So yeah. Okay. So you can throw this thing. Let's see how well this handles. Nope. It's not good. Not really that good of a day most of the time to throw a sword. Especially when you're used to throwing a football high. Or baseball. Well, there we go. It'll go in. Thrusting, no problem. Maybe that's what people meant when they didn't like how it felt when you're thrusting. Because if you don't have a superb grip down here, your hand's gonna slide and you're gonna get a little bruised. But hey. So yeah, I'm not gonna bother doing a bottle slicing video because this will undoubtedly cut bottles really well. If you can stand up to a log. You know, edge geometry is nice. The blade is kind of thin, so when you cut against a log, it goes through. But against a bottle, oh, you betcha, you betcha. But yeah, so this is 1055 carbon steel though. So if you want it nice and newish all the time, you should probably rub it down with oil and super fine steel wool. So. Yeah, but yeah, I would recommend this to anybody who wants a tactical sword, or machete, or knife, as some people would like to call this, because, they think knives are better than swords. It could be, close range. But, yeah, this thing is pretty nice. Don't know what else to say besides make the handle a little smaller for small people. Well, because, man, even for the bigger people, man, because if it's too thick, I would rather hold a kitchen knife handle than a thick handle. You know what I'm saying? Kitchen knife handle, small, it feels weird because it's so small and just fits in there really tightly. The thing is, a bigger handle, you have to use more, like, wrist strength. Oh, I just started lifting like, like Mike Tyson, Kith. With with the two doves. Never mind. But yeah, pretty much like yeah, like why do they have to make the handle so thick? You know what I'm saying? They don't need to be that thick. But hey, if it's full tang, I can understand why it's so thick because it needs to cover the tang. But taking a look at the guard right here, of course it's Cold Steel South Africa because it's made in South Africa. The tang is not wider than this part here. And I'm sure the tang is this big. Just that big. So there's no reason, and that's why I don't really like katanas that much too, because, they're all historically made with huge tangs, at least from what I've seen. And, man, if you can make the handle a little bit smaller, you could still maintain structure too, just use a better material for the handle, but man, it's a little bit unwieldy sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But hey, if you have big hands, you probably have no problem with it, If you're like 6'5", man, I have big hands for a 5'2" guy, but it's just like, But hey, not too many complaints here. The blade holds up really nicely, and although I'm gonna have to really wash it when I get home, it's still pretty nice. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, thanks for watching my Cold Steel Tactical Katana Machete review. And have a good day. Have a good new 2017.